What a beautiful song to start the day. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Heart Devotion. To start off, let's offer a greeting, a bow to our heavenly parents and true parents. 천진 참부모님께 경배. 바로. And now to lead us through the family pledge, I'd like to invite up Reverend Milhan Stevens.
가정맹세 1. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조의 상인 지상천국과 천상천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 황족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조의 상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 자녀를 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 자녀극 시대를 맞이하여 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상천국과 천상천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you very much, Reverend Milhan Stevens. And now to open us up in prayer, I'd like to ask Mercy Charlie. Mercy Charlie, if you please unmute and open us up in prayer.
Okay. Let us pray. Most beloved Heavenly Parents, parents of heaven and earth and humankind, we gather this morning to come before you, to talk to you, Heavenly Parent, and to prepare our hearts to receive your words that you have been giving us. Heavenly Parent, you have waited for so many years, so long, patiently, for when you can be able to really convey your words to your children. And today, we have the true parents, Father, who have come to this earth, who truly represent you, and whom together you are one with, that we can be able to receive your words through them. And now, Heavenly Parent, for the first time in human history, we, Father, can be in a position to receive this word. It is not only for us, but to be able to share to the rest of the world. So, Heavenly Parent, I pray that we can be able to really understand your heart, your sorrowful heart that you have had for so many years, Heavenly Parent. And because of our true parent, we can be able to come to understand this heart that you have so longing for your children to return back home to you. We thank you, Heavenly Parent. And especially we thank our true Mother who is here on earth with us. Heavenly Parent, there could be many, many leaders and important people, but they are not here right now. We are. We are the ones that you have chosen to be in this position. So I pray that every day that we receive your words through Dr. Yong, we can be able to have a humble heart, a humble attitude, to be able to receive this word, to be able to really apply in our daily life, so we can begin to live the word to become alive in our heart and in our action and everyday things that we do. We thank you, Heavenly Parent, as we begin this new day together with you and with all my brothers and sisters throughout the world. We offer and report all of this in our name, Edmund and Mercy Charlie, blessed Central family, Aju.
Aju, thank you, Mercy Charlie. I met you the day before yesterday, and then today I can also hear your voice. Thank you so much. God is the God of the mercy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Aunt Mercy, for such a beautiful prayer to open us up. And now, brothers and sisters, let us go into our gratitude sharing. That's right. We're going to spend the next 7 minutes in breakout sharing with each other what we're grateful for this morning. If you're by yourself, please take this moment to just reflect on what you are appreciative of this morning. We'll see you all in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back from your sharing. I hope you had a wonderful, heartfelt sharing. I know I did in my own breakout as well. Today is day four of the sub-region tour. If you can guess where we are currently, you get some extra brownie points. Just put it in the chat. Where are we currently on this sub-region 1 tour? But now I'd like to invite from my breakout the Tadden family to share with us their gratitude points this morning, our staple 3-generational morning devotion family.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Everyone.
So, Mia, please, you start.
Okay. My gratitude that I share today was I'm so grateful for true parents, especially the true father, all the testimony, all the things that he did in Hunan prison. And just so amazing that to know that actually a person can live like true father did. And of course, we hear so many amazing things that true parents did, but just knowing that what I thought just such a blessing to know that true parents live like they are, because it's actually they really prove that we can truly live as an embodiment of God. We can really live as a living God. Of course, it's very difficult, but the true parents show where we need to go. So I'm so grateful for true parents and what they have done. Thank you.
Okay, next.
My appreciation is living at this church property that we live at, and we're surrounded by nature every day. And so, yeah, yesterday I was just really appreciating all of the nature that's surrounding us.
Wow, you are such a lucky girl. You have such a good nature environment, and you are such a good family environment. Grandpa, grandma, beloved mother and father, and the siblings. Wow, you are lucky girl. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Yong. So nice to see you. I am really grateful for words of love and inspiration that we received from you, and especially yesterday as you were reading about True Father meeting Kim Il-sung and his attitude. The father was so absolute. Truth is truth. He did not want to compromise, but he embraced him. But yet, when he said, of course, he was grateful for Kim Il-sung to allow True Father's family to be visited, but everybody else, like North, South Korea, needs to be united. So Father really emphasized on that. So I'm so grateful how true parents never wavered, not once.
Yeah.
Excuse me, from their direction. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Grandpa.
Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. I want to build on what Mia said and what my wife said here.
Okay.
I basically commented in our breakout room that the best evidence for the existence of God is the existence of saints, because they are flesh and blood people who actually existed in history. These are not fictitious people. These are real people. And for people who have acquired that status, they will tell you the only reason they could do such extraordinary things is because God was in their life. So if there are saints, there must be God. Otherwise, not possible to be a saint.
Yeah.
So, and building on my wife's comment here, I was really inspired by Father's boldness in being able to denounce the Juche ideology in the heart of the laird, as it were, of North Korea. And it just made me realize that we really, as children of God, must likewise follow such a high standard and be willing to proclaim, being able to confront evil when we see it, rather than be friends with it. I think we've terribly misunderstood what it means to love the enemy. To love the enemy means to win him over to your side, not to surrender to the enemy. Get the enemy to surrender to love and truth. So I hope we'll be mindful, and that we also, invocationists, will be far more bold in our assertion of what is right and confronting evil rather than quiet.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Truth is truth. Need to tell the truth. Need to unite centering on truth. That is the point. That's why Father never compromise, centering on truth. Truth is truth. Principle is true principle. God really does exist. Whether you believe in or not. That is a Father's really great mission, to tell everybody God is alive. God is the really truth of the truth. Thank you so much, Tadin family. I'm always inspired to see, especially your grandchild, such beautiful, mind is beautiful, face is beautiful. Wow, thank you so much. 감사합니다, Tadin family.
Yeah, thank you, Tan family, for sharing with us your gratitude points this morning. Next, I'd like to ask Hidemi Takezawa to share with us his gratitude points.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Dr. Yong. Actually, yesterday I missed morning devotion because we went to fishing by helping Mr. Hayashi. He continued this project, the fishing business. So we joined his boat to Father designed. It's a nice boat, but wave is so much up and down. I flew up. So and after that, soon he moved from me. So my children, they enjoyed, but I felt it's really, I need exercise. I realized I really need exercise. So, but I caught big enough, how do you call it? Hirame fruit, finally. And also, my gratitude, recently, one Japanese sister passed away. So we attended ceremony by Zoom, but always, also I realized, one day I go to spirit world. So it's really remind me, so how can I prepare by that day? So that's another thing. Also, most importantly, not just his life course or her life course, but always this is God, Heavenly Parent, Himself, life course. Because so any suffering or whatever situation, God always with him, with her. So therefore, this is Heavenly Parent. His life goals.
Yeah.
I feel I receive so much grace. Each members.
Wow.
Ceremony.
Such a beautiful reflection. Hidemi Takezawa-san. Anyway, any human being come to the earth and then finally go to spiritual world, but most of them are just pass our cross to heaven. Everybody pass our cross to heaven. To not really comfort God, to not we help God's will. That is really, I really also worry my own self, really, how much I reduce his burden, rather than giving my cross to heaven. That's why we really need to do all our best to comfort God and then help God's will. Thank you very much for your beautiful and internal sharing. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much, Takezawa-san. That was very beautiful and quite introspective as well. Thank you. And yeah, I did ask where we were. I saw a lot of responses in the chat. You have the DMV, you have Charlotte Kilova, Caroline Hansen. Many people got it right. We are, in fact, indeed at Morning Garden in Gloucester. So today's morning devotion is coming to you live from Morning Garden, Dr. Chun Shik Yong.
안녕하세요. Good morning. My dear brothers and sisters, clergy and ambassador for peace, 안녕하십니까? Greetings from Morning Garden. Again, good morning. Yesterday, I had a breakfast meeting with the key members of Boston Church. It was a very beautiful meeting with the key leaders. And then we visited Holy Ground and prayed together. This is a group photo. And we had a Sunday service at Boston Church. And my family members attended the worship service. It was a very beautiful environment. Many of them came and we had a beautiful gathering. I gave a sermon. And this was a group photo. And we had a lunch meeting with our second generation, question and answer. We had a beautiful gathering. And then right after lunch, we had a meeting with the council members, Boston Church. It was a very beautiful and very artistic meeting. Our international headquarters leadership listening about their situation, and also we give a feedback. And then, our Catherine gave a very, very beautiful and artistic prayer. And then President Naokimi had a meeting with the members and gave a presentation regarding 2021 goal. Then we drove to the Morning Garden in Gloucester in the evening. Thank you very much. Our Catherine, beautiful arrangement. And then Mika all the time follow us and all her staff. Thank you everybody for your beautiful arrangement. Today, I'd like to talk about an enemy becomes a friend through Mother's memoir book again. So I'd like to invite Heavenly Honey to read.
We had come to meet with Chairman Kim Il-sung on behalf of our heavenly parent and to shape the future of our homeland. We had come for the sake of the nation and world. I could not entertain my personal feelings in light of that historic summons. I was there so that the day would come when all Koreans and all peoples will be free to visit their hometowns. It was on the 7th day that we finally met Chairman Kim. As we entered the chairman's Whitestone official residence in Maejang, Hamgyeongnam province, he was waiting for us. Without regard to protocol, my husband greeted Chairman Kim as if they were old friends, and Chairman Kim reciprocated, and we all took a deep breath as the two joyfully embraced each other. Chairman Kim, seeing me in a traditional Korean dress, politely gave his welcome. The first order of business was lunch, and while we ate, we began our conversation by unreservedly sharing small talk about such things as hunting and fishing. Gradually, Father Moon and I introduced our current activities, including the World Culture and Sports Festival planned for the coming August. Hearing that it would include a blessing ceremony for 30,000 couples from around the world, Chairman Kim offered the Myeongsa Shimni Beach in North Korea's beautiful Wonsan district, where the Sweet Briar is beautiful, as its venue. He also promised to open the port of Wonsan to transport all the couples to that site. Then all of a sudden, there were so many things to talk about. The conversation took on an energy of its own and continued far beyond its scheduled closure. My husband embraced his enemy, whom he had been preparing for decades to meet, with deep and intense love. Chairman Kim was impressed by our sincerity and accepted our proposals in a bright manner throughout the meeting. At that time, visitors from the free world visited North Korea at the risk of their lives. Communists hate religion, and my husband and I were co-founders of a religion. In addition to that, we were leaders of a global movement to end communism. Our trip to North Korea was not for the sake of joint economic ventures. We didn't go with a duplicitous motive, feigning interest in North Korea's benefit while actually being there for our own benefit. Such is typical of the political world, but that was not on our minds. For the sake of genuinely following the providential will, we went only with the heart of God to enlighten and lovingly embrace the communist leaders and open the way for genuine unification. We entered that land relying only on God and advised its supreme leader to receive heaven's decree. While in North Korea, even though we were honored as state guests, we could not sleep comfortably, knowing that there were thousands upon thousands of families separated and longing for each other because Korea was not yet unified. We stayed awake every night, seeking to connect heavenly fortune to that place through our heartfelt prayer. We spent those nights submitting ourselves to God for the sake of the unification of the Korean Peninsula. Political negotiation and economic exchange will come only on the foundation of the true love of God. By making this our focus, our talks with Chairman Kim opened a new chapter for the unification of North and South Korea. Looking back, I reflect that it was at the moment communism reached its zenith that my husband and I risked our lives to go to Moscow and Pyongyang. With joyful hearts, as representatives of the free world, we embraced enemies who had severely persecuted us. By our doing so, they were moved and we could reconcile. Thus, we laid the foundation for unification and peace. We went to North Korea not to get something, but to give genuine, true love. For the sake of God, my husband and I forgave the unforgivable. For the sake of humanity, we loved the unlovable. Soon after the completion of our 8-day mission, North Korea's Prime Minister Yong led a delegation to Seoul and signed a joint declaration on the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula with the South Korean government. Over the coming months, our movement set up an industrial enterprise, the Pyeonghwa Motors Factory, as well as the Botong River Hotel and the World Peace Center, all in Pyongyang, as the cornerstone for unification. Afterwards, the seeds planted by my husband and I at that time bore fruit with the visit of the South Korean president to North Korea to discuss the path towards unification. On that foundation, the shoots of peace and unification are growing. When those shoots blossom into full bloom, the earnest prayers my husband and I have offered for Korean unification will be remembered forever.
Thank you, Heavenly Honey. The Bible mentions Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. In that sense, true parents can be called the true sons and daughters of God. And a true peacemaker must possess true love. Otherwise, it will never bring peace and reconciliation. That's why, we are talking about the world peace, world peace, world peace. The unity, that's fine. The important thing is that guy, the main central figure's personality and character. He really have true love or not? This is the issue. Any nation's president, politician, his personality, his quality of love, his understanding of the peace, very important. The reason why peace cannot be brought to all parts of the world today is because no one possesses true love. Without true love, the world of peace is far away because we always fall into, egocentrism and nationalism. Personal peace, racial peace, interreligious peace, and national peace, and world peace begin with true love. True love means what? Loving even our enemies. Only those who possess true love can truly make world peace and bring world peace. Therefore, true parents forgave the unforgivable and love the unforgivable. After all, love is the key. Even though reconcile between this nation and that nation, just only that's temporarily. They do not have true love. They do not understand what the meaning of true love. They do not reach a certain standard of the personality centering on God's point of view. Then what happened? They will come back again. Therefore, unification of North and South Korea, unified and peaceful world are impossible without the idea of true love. If it is not true love that loves even enemies, one day it will return to the origin and fight and cause war again. This is the problem. You can have a reconciliation temporarily. However, if you do not understand fundamentally the truth, you do not understand fundamentally what is the meaning of true love. Without practicing true love, you cannot forgive your own enemy and then come back again and fight each other again and then make cause the war. This is the problem. That's why true parents always talk to us. Forgive, love, and make a unity. Based on what? Based on truth. Based on truth. Therefore, without divine principle, without truth, we cannot forgive each other. We cannot love each other. We cannot make a unity. Make a unity centering on what? Centering your own principle, or centering on my own principle, centering on your own idea, centering on my idea. Always fighting each other. Forgive, love, and make unity means what? What's the fundamental forgiveness? How we can make unity? Centering on God. Centering on divine principle, which is eternal truth. Otherwise, come back again and again and again, fight again, and create war again. And then this problem repeat again and again and again. That's why any political leaders, religious leaders, without understanding fundamental truths, they cannot make world peace forever. Need to have the same principle, need to have the same mindset. Otherwise, the world is become very far. Today's Father's word, the person living a heavenly lifestyle. Heavenly Honey, please.
The person living a heavenly lifestyle. Life of faith is not about harmonizing your external environment with your current situation. Life of faith is about living centered on the internal side and the relationship of heaven and I, obtaining the heart of the parent-child relationship, obtaining oneness in heart, and then externalizing this internal aspect. If there is a person who can adjust with the whole in this manner, that person is undoubtedly the son and daughter of God. You should know that the person who lives in this way will definitely be living a heavenly lifestyle.
Thank you, Heavenly Honey. How can we become one with the world? Can we harmonize with the world, nation, and people, and creation? Through what kind of the faith will that be possible? It is about applying the fundamental truths of the universe to all aspects. It is about knowing the fundamentals of the universe as the parent and child relationship and applying it to the world. It is looking at everything from a vertical point of view, centering on God and in the parent's position. For example, seeing my partner as my God. As for my children, I see my children as children of God. The person who lives a life of faith uprightly is the one who sees everything in life from the point of view of a parent and child. Even when dealing with those who are being witnessed, it is having the heart of our heavenly parents and seeing them as children of God. Think of that person as an object partner to be saved because he is also child of God. The way to establish and always maintain a parent and child relationship is witnessing. When you witness, when you focus on salvation, you can experience the heart of God. When you witness, your heart will come to life. This is a very important point. You know, when you focus on salvation, when you witness, your heart will come to life all the time. You can live a living life of faith wherever you go. What is that? Because God's greatest interest is what? The salvation of his children. His entire concept is total salvation. He concerns all the time salvation, how to bring back my children. That's why when we unite with God's greatest concern, and then our heart, my heart, your heart will come to the life. Because my concern is same as God's concern. My wish is same as God's wish, which is salvation. Therefore, any human being, when you witness, your heart surely will come to the life. Because you are focused on God's greatest interest. How to save people, how to bring them back to God's bosom. Therefore, your heart is alive, always longing for somebody. How can I save them? The reason the church is dying this day is, first, we should think of each other as God's children and serve them. We do not think that way. We do not serve each other. We do not, serve them as God's sons and daughters. Always, we are really, this is our problem. Secondly, the reason the church is dying this day is we are not multiplying love within the church. In other words, there is no consciousness about salvation, which is witnessing. No interest at all. Then that person becomes someone who has nothing to do with God. You don't focus on salvation. You are not much interested in witnessing. You are not much concerned how to save the people. Then you are nothing deal with God. That's the issue. That's why your spirit is alive or not. How can check? You have a heart to witness people or not. How much your heart is really concerned, how much you are focused on salvation. You don't have any heart and mind to witness, save people. You don't have it. You are spiritually already dead. Spiritually already dead. Your spiritual life never ever increase and improve. That's why whenever we focus on salvation, love to witness. Witnessing is training to loving people. We do not raise others with a parental heart. What is the use of the only giving birth to children? We need to raise our children very well. When a man and woman get married, they fall in love. And when they fall in love, they have children. The same is true of church life. If Cain and Abel give and take very, very well in the church, make the unity, the works of the multiplication will surely take place. And they do not stop in multiplication, but raise those who have been witnessed to. Why we cannot bring the result of the witnessing? My spiritual life is not yet alive. My spiritual life is not much inspired. My relationship with God is not so close. If I truly love God, then His wish is become my wish. I am telling you what's the best way to improve my spiritual life. How can my life of faith is always alive? Focus. Salvation. Focus. How to love people. Witnessing is not just only helping for others. Witnessing is helping my spiritual life. The more you focus on witnessing, at the end, definitely you will meet God. Definitely you understand God's sorrowful heart. Even if you go to the jail, Father said, you need to witness. You must live for the sake of others. If you live for the sake of others, you will definitely witness. Father said, in conclusion, this is the person who acts on behalf of the heavenly life. Wow. That's why our witnessing do not do by duty or by responsibility. We need to think that Witnessing is my hobby. Loving people is my hobby. Saving people's soul is my hobby. Whatever you do, you are doing business, you are doing professor, job, or anything. My job is what? Focus on witnessing. Not just only visiting Christian church or your neighbor. Those who are surrounding with you, they are my target. I need to witness. Without witnessing, you are nothing deal with God. You are nothing deal with your spiritual life, your life of faith. Father said, if we have that kind of mindset, that kind of attitude, the person living a heavenly lifestyle. Today's youth ministry, what is witnessing? Today, when we are about to do something, we sometimes think about it as difficult. For example, when we are told to witness, I feel that I cannot do it because I don't know the principle well. I don't think I can do it because there is no ability to talk. This is really, really very wrong thinking. What I'm talking about. You have a wrong thinking. I don't have any ability to talk. I don't have much confidence of a divine principle. You know? I really don't know how to talk. I do not know how to approach it. No skill. I don't have any ability to giving lecture. I don't know, no idea how to witness. Father said, that is really wrong thinking, wrong concept. Why? What matters more is how grateful you are for realizing the principle. A believer should not think that he cannot witness because he does not know the principle. Important thing is you need to give thanks and testify of how I met God, how I met true parents, how I met divine principle, and how I received the blessing, and how I transformed my life. That is witnessing. You need to testify. When I listen to divine principle, which part is really giving me big impact and a life-changing experience? You need to testify, and really you need to give thanks. What I realize, how much it changed in myself. Since I met God, since I met true parents, after receiving the blessing, how much it changed my life. You need to give testimony to the people. That is witnessing. No need to focus what I do not know. You need to focus which part is I am so grateful, so thankful. Which part is really inspired me? Which part is really transformed my life? Giving testimony joyfully, happily, gratefully. That is witnessing. Do not focus. Do not think, how can I teach divine principle? Giving testimony. Everybody doesn't want to hear from your teaching. But when you testify, how it changed your life? Why you join Unification Church? Why your entire family involved in Unification Church? Why your face is so bright? This is witnessing. It is witnessing to boast that I have heard a divine principle and have been moved. Witnessing is what I have to be proud of because I am overflowing with gratitude after hearing the divine principle. Don't talk about things I don't know. Just now I mentioned. If I rejoice in what I have realized, be proud and give thanks. What inspires me also inspire others. Only the things that inspire me are mine. You don't have a confidence to talk about the fall of man or what. And then this is, no need to mention about that. You empty your mind. You already learn many, many, many things. You do not, even though you do not know how to talk. Which part is really inspired? You just deny yourself when you meet person, and then God speak through you because you already have so many things. What you learn, what you realize, what is the really grateful for. You already have everything. That's why you need to have confidence. Just self-denial. Let God talk. My mouth should be God's mouth. My heart should be God's heart. Just deny yourself because you already learned so many things. Actually, you can talk so many things. Then God speak through you. As much as I know the principle, how grateful I am, and the feeling of the wanting to boast about it are just as important. If you listen to the word and witness with a desire to boast about it, God will walk through you. Because God walks through people who hear the word and are grateful and proud. Witnessing is ultimately not what I do, but what God does. Important point. Testify yourself how much grateful you are. And then your neighbor say, why this guy is always smiling and smiling and smiling? Why this guy is always so happy? Huh? What is his secret? What is his internal, what kind of things that change his life? You need to share your gratefulness after hearing divine principle, after met through parents, after visit to Korea. Just testify. Be proud of the divine principle. I'm proud of the true parents. I do not know why people persecute him, but to me, I got an incredible experience with the Father Moon and Mother Moon. I do not know what else other people talking about. For me, how I changed my life. Only thing of being proud of hearing and realizing the word and being moved. When your heart is moved, you move others' hearts. That's why even though you're listening so many internal guidance or divine principle, but everything is going away, only one thing except which content is touched to you and moved to you. Only that belong to you. That's why you need to grab what you touched by God's word. Even though I share so many things from morning devotion, which content is really impact to me and touched my heart, that content only belong to you. That content can become your keyword. And you can share how you realize, how you moved, which content is so grateful. You just proud of that and testify to the people. That is witnessing. When you are moved by something, you share to the people, then also they can be moved by you. Touching, multiply, another touching. Important. What is witnessing? Don't be afraid of that. Just you testify while you realize which content is grateful for. Therefore, you have to be confident, deny yourself, and always proud of God and proud of true parent, proud of the divine principle. God is working through you. Don't worry. You need to have confidence. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yong, for yet another amazing guidance this morning on witnessing. I witness because I am loved and because I've gained so much blessing. Thank you very much for sharing. And now we're going to go into our breakouts once again. Yeah, our breakouts to share what we gained, any insights that sort of came up as Dr. Yong was speaking. So we're going to take the next 7 minutes to share. If you're by yourself, please take this moment to reflect on what you gained out of today's morning devotion. We'll see you all in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful sharing. I am moved because the sun is probably blinding to you, but yeah, I had a really awesome sharing with Uncle Steve and Gab and Uncle Roger Weatherall in my breakout. I actually didn't even finish what I wanted to say because they shared so much. I wanted to just share more on top of what they had shared, what I gained from what they're sharing. And so first, I'd like to invite up Uncle Roger Weatherall. If you please unmute and share with us your reflection from today's morning devotion.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I am just out for a little walk this morning. It's the Houston
Roger
behind me. Hi, Dr. Yong.
Yay.
Nice to see you. Yes. I was very moved by your words about witnessing this morning and how we need to share our testimony. And for my wife and I, our testimony is about our blessing and how we came to meet each other. Because whenever we meet new people and I introduce myself, they detect my accent and they say, "Where are you from?" And I say, "Australia." And then they ask my wife, "And where are you from?" And she says, "I'm from Italy." And then they ask, "Well, how did you guys meet?" And so then we tell the whole story of our matching and a blessing and how we were matched by Reverend Moon and in person. And then 3 days later, we were blessed. And then we fought each other for 5 years after that. And we struggled through it, but because of our faith, we were able to really overcome and really fall in love with each other. And they can really feel and sense that closeness that we have as a couple. And so that's our testimony. In fact, I will tell this story to anybody. When I went in for my job interview in my current job 3 years ago, my boss asked me, he's like the vice president of sales for this big company, said, "How did you end up in America?" And so I told him the whole testimony of my life and how I joined the church and I got matched and I got blessed. And then I came to America because my wife is Italian and that whole story. And he sat there and he listened. And then he said, at the end, "That is the most amazing story I've heard in my life." And he gave me the job.
Wow, thank you, Roger, for your beautiful sharing. By the way, your background, there are so many boats. I really want to go fishing. Oh, where is it?
This is in Connecticut, Stratford, Connecticut.
Oh my God. Oh,
So
I love Ocean
yeah.
Providence. All right. Thank you, Roger. Beautiful your sharing and testimony.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Roger. But yes, a very, very beautiful testimony. Next, I'd like to invite up Dr. Jenkins and Reiko Jenkins to share with us their reflection from today's morning devotion. Dr. Jenkins, are you there?
Thank you, Dr. Yong.
Hello, Dr. Jenkins, Mrs. Jenkins. How are you?
Oh, great. Thank you so much, especially for the reading on True Parents' visit to North Korea. I'm from Mother's Memoir. I really learned so much from this, especially how they went to Hawaii and washed their hearts free of any kind of negative feeling. And then today, really going to embrace Kim Il-sung and, that our political work is not based on politics, it's based on true love. Everything's about giving true love. So I want to take that quote today and put it out because, many people have questions why we invite different leaders to our rally of hope and different people, and they don't understand. Sometimes it seems like we're on too far on one side or the other. And this is why, because true parents approach everyone without question. And they embrace them with true love. And if they respond, and we're approaching every leader of America, everyone without question. And I remember years ago, people got so upset because we approached the leader of Palestine, right? And a very controversial leader. And Dr. Yong, you brought some of the prime ministers and presidents from countries that, don't get along with one another. And yet we bring them true love. And if they respond, then God works. So I'm very moved. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Mrs. Jenkins.
Thank you, Dr. Young. Wow, beautiful morning to see you. A few days ago, you really have been mentioning about go out, witnessing, go out. And Milhan, this morning we are together, and he really said that too. So I'm so grateful for your really pushing our original mind to, really go out to meet people. But this morning, the words again, Mother said that forgive unforgivable. It's always in my heart that true parents have done, no matter what, he forgave and forgave, unforgivable. And just today's words that clearly Mother mentioned about, they talked to Kim Il-sung about with blessing in North Korea for 30,000. So I can see that this is going to happen with the true mother, with the Kim Jong-un. So
Thank you. Anyway, I think you are really working, very closely, many politicians and NGO leaders, religious leaders. I really appreciate that. I think also I'd like to mention to our dear brothers and sisters, I go, now front line, each sub-region, and then whenever they're talking about the political world, someone really hate this politician, someone they love that politician. Even so, there are all kind of division in our movement. I am telling you that, my brothers and sisters, Father can even embrace Kim Il-sung.
Yeah, yes.
Embrace Kim Il-sung and meet him all the way. Go to North Korea and meet the Kim Il-sung. What are you talking about? I hate this guy. I hate this politician. I like this politician. What are you talking about? We need to really reconcile, even though that guy, let's just say that bad politician.
Yes.
We need to educate him, bring back to God's side.
Yes.
What are you talking about? True Father embrace even Gorbachev, even embrace Kim Il-sung, any bad politician and good politician. Everybody bring back to God's bosom. What are you talking about?
Yes.
This is the important point, centering on true love. Please understand, I sometimes, even our members are fighting each other because I don't like this politician, I like this politician. Oh my goodness, what are you talking about? So, true love is the key, my dear brothers and sisters. 감사합니다.
아주.
Thank you, Dr. and Minister Jenkins, for sharing and sparking this message from Dr. Yong. Thank you. All right, now we're going to go into our announcements. That's right. If you're feeling inspired, feel free to invite your friend, your family, your contacts, everyone to join in this morning devotion experience. If you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, you can join in the Zoom room by going to edu.familyfed.org. It's edu.familyfed.org. Just scroll down to the bottom and there's a Zoom link to join in this live morning devotion experience. And now if you're feeling especially inspired as well, we have a link in the chat to give, to support this morning devotion ministries. If you watch from online, you can also go to edu.familyfed.org. In the top right of that website, there should be a donate link. And this will, thank you, Uncle Craig, for putting it in the chat. So it's going to be right at the top right there. Just click it and you're on your merry way to support this ministry. And now we're going to go into our musical offering for today. You've heard her sing before last night. She sounded really much like Pocahontas, and I really like listening to her. She is Barbara Mosley Marks. Barbara Mosley Marks. Please unmute yourself.
Gosh, Richford, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, Barbara, long time.
I know, Dr. Young, you are so beautiful.
Wow.
Every day, no matter what you teach, you're talking about love.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, everywhere I go, I hear your voice. If I'm grocery shopping and the cashier does something wrong and I'm about to get frustrated, I hear your voice and I have to change. I have to take responsibility. Why are you in my ear all the time?
Oh my God.
So the song that I want to offer today is called If We Only Have Love. Well, this is especially because that is your main topic every day. Some years ago, one in Cleveland, they were going to use the wrecking ball to destroy all the theaters in the downtown area. And a group got together, they put together a production of songs that were so inspiring, written by Jacques Burrell. And the songs were so inspiring. It was supposed to be a 2-week production, and they performed 522 times because people just kept coming. It became like a cause. And so they were able to save that downtown area and revitalize the area as a result of this program. And one of the songs was If We Only Have Love. So
very good. Yeah.
I want to offer it this morning, and hopefully I can do it justice.
Yeah.
If we only have love, then tomorrow will dawn, and the days of our years will rise on that morn. If we only have love to embrace without fears, we will kiss with our eyes, we will sleep without tears. If we only have love, with our arms open wide, then the young and the old will stand at our side. If we only have love, love that's falling like rain, then the parched desert earth will grow green again. If we only have love for the song, for the hymns that we shout, for the song that we sing, we will have a way out. If we only have love, we can reach those in pain. We can heal all our wounds. We can speak in our names. If we only have love, we can melt all the guns and then give the new world to our daughters and sons. If we only have love, then Jerusalem stands, and then death has no shadow. There are no foreign lands. Peace Road. If we only have love, we will never bow down. We'll be tall as the pines, neither heroes nor clowns. If we only have love, read in my own name, and we'll drink from the grail to be born once again. If we only have love for the songs that we sing, then we'll have a way out. If we only have love.
Wow, what a beautiful voice and song.
Thank you, Dr. Yong.
Wow, Barbara, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Yong.
Oh, that was so beautiful. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing with us your song today, If You Only Had Love, on Barbara Mosley Marks. And now to close us out in prayer, I'd like to invite Mrs. Babatunde to please close us out in prayer.
Thank you so much. Join me in prayer. Our precious Heavenly Parent, our beloved true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, good morning. Thank you so much Once more, our beloved true Father, our heavenly parents, our Lord Jesus, Lord Hunjin, were present here through Reverend Young's mouth. They have spoken again to us, all the entire good spirit world, filled in Reverend Young, trying to come out every corner of his body so that we can be able to receive the words they have, to receive the spirit that they want us to receive. Heavenly Parent, thank you so much. At this age, this time in history, Heavenly Parent, many of us have still not understood, but this golden age means everything for us that we are living now and receiving these words free of charge, Heavenly Parent. It really been revived now in America, Heavenly Parent. We thank you so much that you want your will to be accomplished, and no matter what it takes, you will do it, Heavenly Parent, through us, Heavenly Parent. Your children that have really have no hope of themselves, Heavenly Parent, and are still struggling to even stand firm, Heavenly Parent. But you're not giving up because you still love us, Heavenly Parent, and you want us to move forward. Thank you so much, Father, beloved true parents, for the sacrifice, Heavenly Parent. Everything that came out of their mouth was practiced by their physical body. Every sacrifice, Heavenly Parent, they have made, it was for humanity to turn around, Heavenly Parent. True parents have brought the best ideology from you, Heavenly Parent, to this world, telling us it's only through love we can bring peace on earth. It's only through love, Heavenly Parent. We must love the unlovable. We must forgive the unforgivable. We must forgive because you have forgiven us for all the mistakes we have done. You have forgotten about it. You have taken us back as your prodigal sons and daughters. Why can we not do the same to others? Then if we do that, Heavenly Parent, 7.7 billion people and nothing, we will bring them back to you easily. Heavenly Parent, if only we had love, Heavenly Parent. But we promise we will take love from now on, because Reverend Young is here with your spirit and the spirit of true parents. And because all my brothers and sisters in America are standing up, Heavenly Parent, we're not criticizing our leader. We are not pushing our leader away because he's bringing the truth and he's pointing out our mistake. We are uniting and repenting, and we are forgetting about our mistake and moving forward. Because if America move, Heavenly Parent, the world will move. Afghanistan will have peace. Africa will have peace. Asia will have peace. Europe will have peace, Heavenly Parent. South America will have peace. It all depends in North America. This is where it all can start, and we can do it because we have your son, Reverend Young, here, and his whole entire family sacrificing to bring this to fruition. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parent. This is our promise to you. We will never look behind. We will gain that love now, Heavenly Parent, and gain that spirit to move forward. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parent, for all my brothers and sisters that are here. Thank you so much for all the leadership. President Naokimi, me and Stephen, Press Fred, and Joshua Holmes, all of them, Heavenly Parent. I can't stop naming them. I just love them and I want to support them, and I know we all are here to support them. And truly, we are all behind Reverend Young, and we will bring victory to you, true parents, to you, our Heavenly Mother and our true Mother. I offer this humble prayer from the bottom of my heart. In our names, Wasu and Darcy, Babatunde, the Babatunde Blessed Central family.
Wow, Babatunde, such a powerful prayer you possessed by Holy Spirit. Thank you so much for your beautiful prayer. And also my dear brothers and sisters, as you know that Mother is coming at beginning of December. So we really let's offer beautiful gift for True Mother. You know, of course, we need to have a longing heart at the same time as a children make happy our True Mother. So I think now entire our movement and North America and Canada and USA, we set up the goal. Actually, you know, we need to offer the minimum 1,200 couple, and they need to go through the 40-day separation, 3-day ceremony from ACLC, from ethnic group, any about the online holy community through your context. Let's bring 3 couples, not just only receiving blessing, need to have the process of the blessing condition, and each person really need to break through 3, couple who can complete 40-day separation and 3-day ceremony with a blessing. This is our goal. All our dear brothers and sisters, please work hard and then let's offer beautiful gift for our true mother. Thank you so much once again. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Dr. Yong, and thank you, Ms. Babatunde, for such a powerful prayer. And now, I hope from today's morning devotion, you were able to be born anew. If you're in New Hampshire, in Maine, in Worcester, Dr. Yong is coming to you. And so for everyone else, just thank you for joining morning devotion. We'll be back here again tomorrow at 6 a.m. and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Okay, have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.
감사합니다. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Thank you. 상무 권사님, 조미영. 감사합니다.